What if I told you your next $1 million decision hinges not on market research, but on what you had for lunch? I know it sounds a little bombastic, but hear me out. Your dietary choices directly impact your cognitive performance, decision-making ability, and emotional resilience in high-pressure situations. I'm Julian Hayes II, and today we're going to explore how top executives and leaders can optimize their mental performance and their gut health through strategic nutrition. Not just general wellness advice, but we're talking specific science-backed approaches that give you a competitive edge in the boardroom and throughout life. Let's start with something interesting. Your gut functions as your body's second command center. Just as you wouldn't run a business without proper management structure, your body operates on a sophisticated communication network between your brain and your gut. Your digestive system contains over 100 million nerve cells, forming what scientists call the enteric nervous system. And you can think of this as your body's COO. You're managing critical operations that affect your entire system's performance. And this gut-brain connection works through three key mechanisms that directly impact your executive performance. And the first one is neurotransmitter production. And so your gut produces 95% of your body's serotonin. And that's a critical neurotransmitter that's going to affect your mood, your cognitive clarity, and once again, decision-making abilities. So when you're facing high-stakes situations or you're just in any type of pressure cooker environment, these neurotransmitters are influencing how effectively you're processing information and how you're responding to pressure. I would also throw in just a general sense, day-to-day life, just your overall mood and how you're relating to even just some of your friends and family. Number two is the gut microbiome. These microorganisms work like a well-coordinated corporate team, and they're communicating with your brain through what scientists are going to call the gut-brain axis. So when this system's disrupted, this is affecting your stress management and your emotional resilience, which are two key aspects of having effective leadership. And the third aspect here is inflammation. So just as there's market volatility, and that market volatility can disrupt business operations, gut inflammation can severely impact your cognitive functioning. And research shows that inflammatory responses affect how your brain works and affects your memory, your focus, and once again, decision-making capabilities. And these are the exact things that you cannot afford to have compromised in critical business moments. And so now I want to talk quickly about optimizing your mental performance through what we call strategic nutrition. So your brain's gray matter contains 50% fatty acids, 33% of that belonging to the omega-3 family. And this isn't just an interesting fact. It's actually crucial for business and performance optimization. Omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA, are vital for neuromembrane synthesis and your overall brain plasticity. And so think of this as your brain's infrastructure investment. And so as we go down the list here, and we can name literally tons and tons of these. And so, but we're just going to hit some of the key ones. So you have B vitamins. Think of this as your biochemical shield that's as a buffer against stress. And there's research out there that highlights B vitamin supplementation substantially reducing personal strain levels in workplace settings and in other arenas. And in today's high pressure business environment, this isn't just about wellness. It's about maintaining your competitive edge. It's about putting yourself in the best position to succeed decades out. And I would also add another supplement called NAC, and that has been connected to positive mental health support and a whole other host of benefits as well. So now let's talk quickly about a few things to eliminate. And just as you would remove inefficiencies from your business operations, certain foods and items act as performance inhibitors. So the first one is a no-brainer, but it's ultra-processed foods. Next down the list is things like high fructose corn syrup and different food additives. So if you go to the store and you can see ingredients on boxes and cereals and things, You see things like red 49 and things like that. All those type of additives, eliminate them. Then we have things like refined carbohydrates. And we also have seed oils, which thankfully is becoming a little more of a popular mainstream things slowly but surely. And then I would also add various different toxins as well to have on the list, as well as things that are performance inhibitors. And as far as the type of diet, this is really dependent on our genetics and biology. But one general one that most people go to, and I tend to like as well, is a traditional diet like the Mediterranean one, and it's actually helping reduce mental performance issues by around 25 to 35% compared to the typical standard Western diet. And I need to add this caveat here. When I say Mediterranean, a lot of times I think there's a confusion of what an actual Mediterranean diet is. It's not the one that is promoted a lot in the US. There's some key differences with that. A lot of times with the Mediterranean diet in the US, they might say things like it's full of different whole grain foods, and that's not necessarily true. Just looking at the pasta, for example, over in Italy, I believe it's white durum wheat instead that it's made with, not the whole grain. That's a big difference. A lot of times you would say the diet is plant strong and dominant, and plants are definitely a part of it. But if you even just look at the location of it, you're surrounded by water a lot. So there's going to be lots of seafood consumption, and there's also raising all kinds of different types of grazing mammals. And so that's a misnomer as well. And then also another thing is that it's low in saturated fat. And that's not exactly true neither, because butter and cheese is used a lot, and depending on the region. So that's a quick blurb on the diet specificity there, because a lot of times there's a huge misnomer of what people think is an actual Mediterranean diet. Now, back to the more central topic at hand. This isn't about following trends. It's about optimizing your unique biological system for peak performance. So your nutritional system is going to be different depending on your genetic makeup. And now I understand the challenges of implementing these types of things when you have a packed schedule. And so a couple ways to make this work, and I'll keep hammering home on this, is that you think of meal planning like strategic business planning. And a handful of studies out there have shown that individuals and professionals who dedicate time to meal preparation, or I would even add meal strategy, experience lower stress levels and better mental well-being. So of course, this can be weekly meal planning. This could be batch cooking during your downtime. This could have creating backup meal options for unexpected situations. This could taking more strategic approaches to business dining, and also meal delivery services. That industry has dramatically improved now. So there are so many great options for that now. And speaking of business functions, treat your nutrition choices like you would any other strategic decision. So what I mean by that is review the menus in advance when you're going out, plan your choices, maintain your performance standards, even while you're building important business relationships. Or even something that I do, or I did do if I was very restrictive with my intake at the moment, I would eat a little lighter in the day and just have mostly protein and vegetables. And then at dinner, when I'm with everyone else, I wouldn't have to just have this ultra restrictive meal. I would be able to have the potato or the rice or whatever that comes with my steak, because I allocated that and I swapped out. So that's just a little easy tidbit that you can do. Now, so just as you have asset management for your wealth, and you need asset management for your health. And so this is the whole premise behind Executive Health. And so we specialize in this carefully curated health optimization service for leaders and individuals who are just audacious and they like a private, bespoke approach. And so think of us as the board of directors for your health, leveraging a personalized, cutting edge, data driven and team approach that is specifically designed around your unique biology. And so just as you wouldn't make a major business decision without the proper data and the strategy, your approach to nutrition deserves the same level of intentional planning and execution. So that's why if you are not only ready to optimize your gut health and your mental performance, but total human optimization, I would love to talk with you and schedule time with you on the calendar. So you can click the link on in the description below to schedule a complimentary executive health meeting. And until next time, I'll leave you with these words. Don't let poor nutrition and gut health compromise your next big decision.